couple of the speakers. Roy, anyone else was a competitor last night? Tony! Yeah! I am telling you guys, you have raised the bar. Coming up here and speaking after you guys last night is a little intimidating because you did a fantastic job. Let's give our competitors another round of applause. Today I'm going to share a story about a small town Toastmasters club and what I've learned in the last 5 years. And the topic is leaders growing leaders. You can apply these concepts to your family. You can apply these concepts to your clubs, your areas, and your districts. And don't let me forget, I have a couple of gifts for you later on, so someone don't forget, all right? I almost forgot what this little thing was. I'm talking about this. I want to acknowledge my wife. She's not here. She decided that her body wasn't going to agree with her last night while she was giving her speech. She went into a little bit of AFib, so please surround her with white light. She asked me to drop her off at the ER this morning, and she says, "You will not deviate from your course this morning." So, anyway, she's fine. She texted me. She says, "Go on, have a great time." And anyway, she's doing really, really well. So, thanks for all of you that expressed concern this morning. So, leaders growing leaders, and John Maxwell, in his book, Developing the Leaders Around You. And that's his book here. You'll notice that a lot of my books are spiral bound and paperback. I do this so it's easier to teach from. It lays flat, so that's kind of a hint you can do with your paperback books. It's a great thing. And in his book, he said our goal is not to create a crowd of followers. Our goal is really to create leaders. When you create followers, it depends on me. It depends on the individual, the personality. The goal is to develop a group of leaders. And this requires a team. So going from me to we. John Maxwell says leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. So that must mean that influence is leadership, is it? Can anyone think of someone who's very influential? What kind of scares you as a leader?
Which candidate do you want to talk
I didn't go there. I didn't go there. There are 3 basic levels of leaders. And this is leadership of self, leadership of followers, and leadership of leaders. Remember, leadership of followers is depending on me. Leadership of leaders is dependent on we. The highest form of leadership is leadership of self. 5 years ago, I wanted to be more influential. I wanted to be a better speaker. My big why is that I wanted to be more comfortable speaking in front of my clients and also in a group. And I wanted to get from my head to my heart. I learned that when I'm up here, I'm not a really solid communicator. And I really want to be a good communicator. One of the books I teach on is Everyone Communicates If You Connect. I do workshops on that. It's another John Maxwell book. I Googled Toastmasters in my small town. And I found a website for Signal Peak Toastmasters. It was a great website. It showed me exactly where to go. Had a nice map, and I drove to this Toastmasters club. When I got there, it was kind of dark. I went into a side entrance, and there was a light right above the window, right above the door, and a big friendly yellow Toastmaster sign pointing to the side entrance of this building. I must be in the right place. I walked in the door, and at the end of the hallway, was another sign that says Toastmasters, this way. I heard a couple babies crying. The aroma was familiar when I had babies. I was wondering if I was in the right spot. Well, this was a place called Home of Hope. It's a place in Casa Grande where single moms get a chance to get a fresh start. They were nice enough to give Signal Peak a free conference room. I turned down the hallway, dropped my preconceived judgments in the back, and I went down and there was a small conference room. There were 6 or 7 people in the room, and the first 2 people I met were Al and Kristen Germondo. It wasn't that bad. No, Al and Kristen were so warm and welcoming, so were the rest of the people in the club. I thought, this is fun. Immediately, I felt that this club had heart. There was something special. I sat down, enjoyed my Toastmasters meeting, and learned a little bit about how a Toastmasters club is run. And I noticed that they were having fun with this. So I wanted to be a better speaker. That's why I was there. I did not want to get into leadership. I just wanted to learn how to be a better speaker. So, this was a stretch for me. And I learned that growing is stretching. On your table, you see some rubber bands. Go ahead and grab one. Everybody get a rubber band? All right, who can tell me what a rubber band can be used for?
Ponytail.
What's that? Ponytail? That's good.
Warfare.
Hey. I meant to say shooting the speaker is not one of them.
Putting them together, you make a rubber band jump rope.
I like that. Anyone else?
Binding things together.
Binding things together. What else?
A whole bunch can make a rubber ball.
There you go.
Do you know my mother-in-law? When we move, when she's no longer here, I'm going to find 6 or 7 or maybe 30 of those things tucked away in different places. That's her little obsession. She said she got it from her grandfather. What is the one thing that all these rubber bands have in common?
They stretch.
They're only useful when they're stretched. So this could be applied to us, right? So when we stretch, we test our potential. So at Toastmasters, I was getting what I came for. I was learning how to speak. I did not want to get into leadership. So Al came up to me and he said, "Hey John," it's a couple of weeks after I started, "we've got an opening for a VP of Education. You'd be great at that. It's just 6 months. Well, what's involved with that?" Exactly. It's easy. No, you don't have to do hardly anything. We'll help you. Sign here, press hard, 6 copies. Oh, one more thing. You have to go to this training class called TLI. I learned very quickly that Toastmasters is like alphabet soup. What is TLI? Well, you know, it's Toastmasters Leadership Institute. That's where I went to this class and learned what being a vice president of education was all about. I walked out of this class. You remember Jack Nicholson from Cuckoo's Nest?
You're ready to use that rubber band for warfare.
I walked up to Al and I said, "You see a big S on my forehead?" I said, "Am I stupid?" He goes, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." So, anyway, the law of the rubber band you'll find in the 15 Laws of Growth of John Maxwell. and it talks about stretching. Now, that's the time when a rubber band is mediocre. When you're mediocre, you haven't reached your full potential. So we joined Toastmasters to learn how to stretch. Some of you have decided to stretch a little bit more than normal, being in district leadership, and I admire that. Thank you very much. So after we got started, I became passionate to grow the club. I did not want to be in leadership, but I wanted this club to grow. Now, look at the flower pots on your table. It's in a very small pot. If you want this pot to grow bigger, what do? Water. Okay, water. Put a little extra BS on it.
Bigger pot.
BS, belief systems. What were you thinking? Anyway, if you want growth, you have to improve your belief systems. Yes, thank you very much. A bigger pot. So therefore, our little conference room, I wanted to be a bigger club, but we were restricted in our growth. One of my clients, Sun Life Family Health Center, had this beautiful large conference room. And I asked them if they would let us use it for free. And they did. And I said, hey, Al, come with me. I want you to show you this place. And I said, do you think it's possible? Yes. Do you think it'll be okay? Yes. When can we move? Right away. So anyway, we were able to move to another spot. Well, stretching is uncomfortable. See, there's no comfort in the growth zone. And there's no growth in the comfort zone. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I've got a little bit of an exercise for you. I'd like everyone to stand up if it's safe to do so. Okay. All right, how many in this group are right-handed? Wow, look at that. In a second, I want you to stand on your left foot, your non-dominant foot. Okay, not yet, not yet. And you can put your hands down. Don't make it too difficult on yourself. All right, and for those of you who did not raise your hand, you stand on your other foot. We're going to count to 10. Okay, ready? Stand on your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, put your foot down. Keep standing up. What did you experience? Wobbling. What else?
Unbalanced.
Constant shifting, right?
Uncomfortable.
You're uncomfortable, but you're constantly shifting. That's what growth is. We're constantly shifting from our comfort zone. We do it all the time when we walk. Just try to take a step without shifting out of your comfort zone. We do it all the time. Now, what I'd like you to do is, I want you to stand on that foot again, but reach out and put your hand on someone's shoulder. Okay. All right. You stand on the foot. It's more stable, right?
Yes.
That's mentorship. All right, you can have a seat now. Now, for those of you who were in the lobby bar last night, I commend you for being able to do that. Growing a club or organization just for adding members or followers, that is leading, or leaders who lead followers. Leaders who lead followers fix a situation. And sometimes they're called moment leaders because it's dependent on the personality. To take your club or organization to the next level, you need leaders leading leaders. So we're going to talk about leaders, growing leaders. Leaders who lead leaders fix the problem. It's a bigger concept. Leaders who lead leaders are movement leaders. In 2012, our little club got a new president. And this president had 3 BHAGs. Anybody know what a BHAG is?
Big hairy ass.
Oh, it's a little bit different. The word is audacious, but I like the way you think. Big, hairy, audacious goal. And this is from the book Built to Last by Jim Collins. He also wrote another book called Good to Great. How many have read Good to Great? I highly recommend it. So the 3 BHAGs were double the size of the club, from 15 to 30, achieved 10 out of 10 DCP goals. I'm going to assume everyone knows what a DCP goal is, Distinguished Club Program. And third, improve retention. So to have a chance to achieve these goals, the leader must have vision and buy-in. Vision and buy-in. I am going backwards. Doing moonwalk. So the vision is really the law of the picture. If anyone has read this book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell, I highly recommend it. I do lead masterminds on that. It's a great way to grow your organization. So vision is the law of the picture, number 13 in the book. People do what people see. There are 4 vision levels of people. Some people never see it. They're the wonders. God help them. Some people see it, but they never pursue it on their own, and these are the followers. Some people see it and pursue it, and these are the achievers. Some see it and pursue it and help others. Those are the leaders. So that's vision. You also need buy-in. That's number 14 in the 21 irrefutable laws. That's a big word, irrefutable. That means you just can't argue with it, right? Okay. How do you get buy-in? You get buy-in by empowering your leadership team. You in district leadership have learned how to empower leaders, and that's how you are being so successful in this district. When you empower, you build trust. John Maxwell says 1 is too small of a number for significance. Would you all agree? We need a team. So with vision and buy-in, these are not, it's not an either-or proposition. You have to have both. So with the leader plus vision, that equals results. So if you don't buy into the leader and you don't buy into the vision, you get a new leader. If you don't buy into the leader, but you buy into the vision, you get another leader. If you get buy into the leader, but you don't buy into the vision, you get a new vision, right? But if you buy into the leader and buy into the vision where the magic is, you get behind that leader. So these goals and vision were met with some resistance, requiring the club to stretch a bit. The double the size of the club, 10 out of 10 BCP goals, that's not an easy thing to do. Not very many clubs have done it. When I joined Signal Peak, they had been Presidents Distinguished. This is something that Al told me right off the bat. Hey, we're Presidents Distinguished. What is that? I'm picking on you, Al. Can you handle it?
Come on, that's
So they achieved 9 out of 10 BCP goals in 9 out of the 10 previous years. Then he explained what the BCP program was. I thought, man, that's really impressive. Well, why not 10 out of 10? We didn't want to be in leadership. But why not 10 out of 10? Well, we've never done that. So, right down the so. It's allowed, okay. Roger Bannister is a 24-year-old medical student on a track scholarship. He broke the 4-minute mile on May 6, 1954. Before then, it wasn't believed that it was possible, was it? Well, he had vision and a no-fail attitude. So doubling the size of the club would take enrollment. We're going to learn what enrollment is all about. So the idea was to have an open house. Well, we wanted to double the size of the club, so the goal was to have 30 guests at the open house. Well, we've never done that. So anyway, it's going to be a stretch. What was introduced was the no-fail formula. The no-fail formula, you ask? I didn't ask that. Is that you need to confirm 4 times the amount of people to meet your goal. So a confirmation is, absolutely, I will be there without fail. You can count on me. I'm there. Write me down. Save me a seat. That's a confirmation. Well, in order to get that many to confirm, we had to invite twice as many people. So that means that we had to invite 240 people to expect 30 to show up. Well, we had 8 committee members. You divide that by 8, so that's 30 apiece. And I had buy-in. We can do this. What was our result? We had 42 guests. We had 7 people sign up that night.
There you go.
And we had 3 more sign up the following week. We were at 25. Wow. Now, this is a club meeting, and it was almost standing room only. It was also my wife's icebreaker. That was the first time that she went to the ER. So that is a pattern. However, we have momentum, and law number 16 of John Maxwell's 21 irrefutable laws is the law of the big low. Achieving 10 out of 10 goals would take enrollment of the leadership team and the club. So that was our next hill to climb. The best skill you can ever learn is how to enroll others. And what is enrolling others? It's getting someone to do what you want them to do for their reason. You have to find out what their why is. First, you have to enroll yourself. Would you agree? Then you have to enroll your followers. And then enroll your leaders, which is empowerment. Now, there are 5 steps to enrollment. You can write this down if you wish, because you cannot skip a step. You must have all 5. So, the very first one is establish relationship. Get to know someone. The second is to create value. Is it your value? No, it's theirs. What is their why? Why would they want to be in your organization? Why would they want to be in your company? What do they want to accomplish? Find out what their why is, and then find a way to deliver that. Next, you provide information and data. There are certain people just love to have data. How much is it? When do you meet? How often do you meet? What do I have to do? Do I have to be a leader? Nah. Just come to the meeting. Just come to the meeting. It's easy. It's easy. Jim Rohn says, easy to do, easy not to do. I love that. Then, number 4, you close. Ask them to enroll or ask them to join. How many people have had people, guests at their club, and no one even asked them to join? And they just fade away. Relationship, ask them to join. And then number 5, follow up. Send them a thank you note. Call them back. You can't go from number 1, establish a relationship, and follow up. That doesn't work. You can't go to number 1 and just ask for the order, because you won't have what? You won't have the retention. The biggest hill to climb for this little club was 10 out of 10 VCP goals. The first time it was achieved was in the spring of 2013, with 3 months left in the Toastmaster year. And this was done by empowering the leadership team and the club. It's not about the president. It's not about the leader. It really isn't. Because we're leaders leading leaders. It's about vision and it's about buy-in. The transference was, this is your club. The leadership empowering the leaders. This is your club. Take ownership. This is what you'll do as VP of Education. This is what you'll do as VP of Marketing and Promotion. Take ownership. Now also, this is your club to the members. This is your living room. When we bring new club members in and we coach them to speak, we have them imagine that they're speaking in their living room, just like this is a big living room for all my friends. And you're not going to shoot me with rubber bands. So we celebrated our wins along the way. So I love this. Gotta find me some leaders. Anybody feel like that when you've got the rest of the... Yes, you do, Enid. Have you tried this method? Have you? Okay. I like that. So we celebrate our wins along the way. Can we do it again? Check this out. We did this 4 years in a row. Judy Millette. Judy, for you. And if you don't know Judy, get to know Judy, because with her experience at Carpe Diem, 10 out of 10 goals is no big thing. But no one in District 3 has done it 4 years in a row. So, that's a fact. So it's not about the leader, it's all about leaders growing leaders. I am proud to be a peaker, and you've seen some of the people that have this exclusive button, and you can only have this if you are a member of Sigma Peak. So therefore, we're proud to be peakers. Now that's P-E-A-K-E-R-S. So I want to learn to be a better speaker. I get that. I want to learn how to be a better leader. And I want to see this club grow and perpetuate. And we got it going on. So you may be asking, what qualities to look for in a leader? Here is my top 10 list. Character. You know there is no substitute for character. Character flaws cannot be ignored. They will eventually make the leader ineffective. They will show up. Influence. What is the leader's level of influence? Who influences the leader? I'm so obsessed with these rubber bands. Whom does he or she